Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Curse of Monkey Island. So, Murray is not happy with us and he's yelling at us because we didn't select him as the prize. And he seems like he's just not gonna shut up. Even if we walk all the way over here, I still don't know if that's gonna just convince the game to get him to stop talking. Now, I guess we don't really need to clear our head. It seemed like for half a second there they said the phrase clear our head, and we do still have this recipe book that at one point was definitely written as a potential solution. See, it says it clears foggy head, so maybe we'll have to do that later. That being said, there's a hair of a dog that bit you, so if we could get the dog to bite you, that would probably work, but how we're going to get an egg or a pepper is beyond me. Like, really no clue. Let's see, diggity dog. Let's just push him. I think we're going to just push him and see what happens.
Now that's not very nice, little boy.
With any luck, we will be done with the game. I'm trying to bring up the walkthrough.
Come on now, stop hitting your pal Dingy Dog.
Like, with any bit of luck, we will be done with the game by the end of this recording.
I'm not gonna warn you again, kid.
But there's still plenty of room here for just a complicated.
You better cut that out.
Like,
Seems
like
me, kid.
pushing him 4 or 5 times now should have triggered something.
All right, that does it. You're going down, little punk.
Alright.
Ow, he bit me. Give me back that hair, kid. You're ruining the suit.
So, yeah. It is have the dog that bit you, an egg, and a pepper.
Like oil and water.
Otherwise, though,
That doesn't need to be lathered up.
let's see if we can talk to this guy and see if we can end up with maybe some other kind of snow cone.
Snow cone for you.
Thanks.
Let's see. A plain snow cone really does not
I'd
feel
like a plain
right.
snow cone, please.
We see all these
Okay, kid.
flies flying around.
Bye now.
Let's just try everything on the snow cone.
Tasty.
So now we have disgusting snow cone. Can we now give the disgusting
I
snow
don't think he'd
cone
like that.
to this guy, perhaps? And glue his
Oops,
mouth?
my snow cone melted.
So that just used the glue, so yeah, there's clearly you're not supposed to walk in this general direction. And let's see, we have a brochure here.
Visit Big Whoop. Do it right now. But there's no maps or pictures.
Yeah, we've had that for a long time. And then we have the
I can only make out page
encyclopedia.
243. A compass is a magnetized bit of metal floating in a solution.
Like, why we would need that again, I don't know. This with
Now it's a
this.
heavy pie pan.
Oh, I guess maybe what we're supposed to do
Now
is
I've got a heavy
that.
pie pan full of shaving cream.
So now it looks like a fake pie that we can put with the other pies.
What are you doing over there?
I found this pie, mister.
Huh? Oh yeah, thanks, kid.
Shoot it, shoot it!
Not right now.
Oh, but I want to see the cannon fire.
Beat cheeks, half pint.
Look, man, I pay your salary. You want me to tell LeChuck you've got unhappy kids running around here?
Okay,
So,
okay, you little.
We're gonna knock out the mime, which
Did you just hear
I
something?
don't even know
No.
why we need to get
Weird.
back in this
Maybe it's the
section.
acoustics of that smelly giant head.
Shut up, kid.
And I don't know where the writing or the antagonism here comes from. Like, because we just met this character. If you wanted us to be antagonistic to this character or have any relationship to this character at all, he should have shown up a lot earlier in the game. So yeah, it really wasn't showing us what was over here. So like, I can look through the hole and see if I get a pie in the face.
Stinky Mr. Rat.
Hey, get out of there, you little punk!
What are you gonna do about it, vermin boy?
This'll teach you.
So why did I need a pie? Let's see. Tofu mask. Use
Maybe
tofu mask. We got meringue pie, which is not pepper.
It's a bunch of bits of meringue from the pie.
And I
That doesn't need
imagine
to
we
be
don't
lathered up.
need to mix these two things
Magic
together.
wand has no effect on that.
Meringue is egg, though, so if we mix
I'd rather
those
keep these
two,
pie bits for a better time.
but how would you? Meringue is egg white whipped together. Where's the pepper? Though we're kind of stuck in one scene.
How could you pick that anchor over your best friend?
Let's see. We can look at the sign, I guess. But
It
there's
says
nowhere to
Trixie, the
walk.
giraffe-necked girl.
There's nowhere to go.
It says Hall of Oddities. It says Frozen Bigfoot.
The fact that you can look at these signs is kind of a callback to older point-and-click adventure games where choosing to do something, choosing to go somewhere and look at something would give you a comedic, humorous response. What is that? It says I can interact with it, but...
I can't reach it. I can't reach it.
So something there, but... yeah. Instead of trying to have several lines of dialogue that were comedic, there probably should have been more things like this that were more comedic. But we really didn't run into that, and now I'm just kind of ready to be done with everything. I have a soggy paper cone.
I can't use the skeleton arm with that.
A pirate literature.
That doesn't need to be lathered up. I'd rather keep these pie bits for a better time, like oil and water.
Let's see. We'll talk to this guy again or look at him. Let's push him.
No. Ugh.
I'll take that old snow cone for you.
Thanks. I'd
So,
like a plain snow cone, please.
Okay, kid. Bye now.
so yeah, it feels like what is
Being
gonna
pretty.
happen here is
That meringue looks tasty.
that we're going to
Ugh, hairy.
mix things
That doesn't need to
together
be lathered up.
and see if we
I
can
can't use the
find
skeleton arm with that.
something
That doesn't take wooden nickels.
that would
No.
clear our head and then turn us back
The
to a
encyclopedia won't help
regular
with that. I
person.
can't use a balloon with that. This is only for reading.
Think we've
No.
kind of done everything.
No.
Let's go ahead and see if we can eat this.
What an incredible taste I've discovered.
So that doesn't solve the problem. So then we've got to come back to talk to this guy and see if we can get a pepper from him.
Just try to guess how much I weigh.
Alrighty. Let Dingy have a look at you, little guy. Let me see here. I figure a strapping little pirate like you must weigh 98 pounds.
Ha! The joke's on you. I just look like a little boy. In actuality, I'm a mighty pirate weighing in at 98 pounds. It's really embarrassing. Am I not eating right? I've been working out.
So, apparently that is a path. But we already got rid of the anvil, so... the anchor. So the only thing I could think of is
Maybe
inhaling that. Or...
I don't think he'd like that.
we're just gonna have to potentially give a bunch of items.
Like that.
Magic wand on the scale.
The magic wand has no effect on that.
Let's see, what things would
I can't use the skeleton arm with that.
work on the scale?
I can't use a balloon with... That doesn't need to be lab. The encyclopedia won't help with that.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like any of these items have any use, though. Let's go and talk to this guy. The problem here with a single scene puzzle is that you're just gonna have this increasing desperation, because I have no idea what like no idea. And I think we're gonna have to just look up the walkthrough.
Rat suit, you little brat. What did you expect?
Yeah.
Roses?
Because this is just a lot of dialogue. I really don't want to talk.
What's Dingy Dog
through.
really like in person?
What are you asking me
So I'm
for?
gonna scroll through the
I'm just a
walkthrough.
giant rat. I'm not allowed to associate with His Highness, the great and mighty Dingy Dog.
Could you introduce me to Dingy Dog?
No, I can't. Now go away.
So am I supposed to make him jealous somehow?
Dingy Dog's really cool, huh?
Oh yeah, he's a regular saint. So much more gifted a performer than any common old giant rat. Give a guy a big dog suit and he turns into a...
Wow, that line of
freaking
dialogue
prima
was
donna.
recorded differently.
I bet Dingy Dog gets paid a lot of money, right?
Yeah?
How
And so
far
what if he does?
do we
It
go
doesn't
down
take
this
any
path?
talent to make a big puppy dog appealing. Now, getting children to hang around a giant rat. That's odd.
I bet his suit doesn't stink either.
You know, you're really starting to bug me, kid.
I bet Dingy Dog could beat you up.
Good not.
I bet he could.
I'll tell you what, kid. Why don't you go take a swipe at him and then come back here and tell me what happened, huh?
So that gave you a hint on something we've already done.
Am I the only one nauseated by that terrible stench?
Okay,
Apparently
the suit
the
smells. We've
stench
heard it.
is
Everybody
a
just
hint.
come over and pick on the giant rat man.
But I don't know what it is. So, looking at the walkthrough, it says you can optionally talk to LeChuck about many interesting things that make your whole experience of the game more complete, and when you're ready, finish the conversation. That was the scene before this when they were basically re-explaining, recontextualizing the events of Monkey Island 1 and 2. It really felt like a good 70 to 90% of the storyline of Monkey Island 3 was told in that one scene, almost as if that one scene was a demo scene that that you would have seen a lot earlier or shown to testers a lot earlier or reviewers a lot earlier. We got the anchor. Let's see. We made the fake pie. We opened the gate. We got the dog. Walk towards the soda jerk and pick up the pepper meal. Oh. So, this doesn't have anything to do
Never mind.
with anything. here. It simply is just another example of a point and click hunt and peck situation.
I can't reach it.
Thought maybe that was some kind of secret thing. The idea that there's just something you can interact with there is weird. But it could easily just be a bug. Okay, so right here is a pepper mill, and I just didn't see it. This is a problem with hidden object games. This is a problem with point and click games, is that if you're not having the guy pick it up and like salt pepper on something, it just blends into the background, and it's highly unlikely I would have been able to ever find it. It also is right next to the sign and the soda jar, so I could easily just move my mouse and not even notice that it switched. But yeah, now that we have the pepper mill, we know what we're gonna do.
Thanks.
And this is gonna move us into
I'd like a plain snow cone.
another act, another chapter. This is an incredibly short chapter if you know what you're doing and can find the pepper mill. So, but since I didn't do that,
Peppery goodness.
and still pretty difficult if you didn't realize or remember that meringue is made from
That
egg
meringue looks
whites.
tasty.
This is where the encyclopedia could have been really helpful, or my suggestion at the beginning of the game, which if we had a crystal ball and Voodoo Lady would pop up and give us hints, and if she had popped up at some point in the past 20 minutes or so and said, remember meringue is made from egg whites, then that would have been another way to make sure people know that.
Ew. The pepper helps though. Brain freeze.
So this is supposed to clear a foggy head, but instead it turns you back to your regular size. So if you were hallucinating that you were a child, you should at this point also be hallucinating everything else you saw in that area. And now we're on a roller coaster, and this is the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, effectively, that we're going on. And I imagine we're supposed to just grab certain things as we go in a loop. One would assume that they're not going to have us die and screw up. We probably can't go up this ice path immediately, but that's probably the final thing, so let's...
Too late for me to get out.
Okay.
Where are they?
So
No.
we're gonna try and just pick up things.
No.
Have a keg of rum. And
No.
don't think we really need to grab anything else. These are the three people that had treasure maps to Big Whoop. Rapscallion, Young Lindy, Captain Marley, and Rum Rogers. I guess Elaine Marley is her name. I've been thinking it was Morley.
Elaine! Threepwood is only you. Have you seen Elaine? She told me she was just going to powder her nose, and I haven't seen her since.
Interesting.
Can't believe that I fell for that one again. Now stand still, boy, so I can flame broil.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Ouch! Ow!
So he shoots you from a different area. each time. I guess the general idea is to...
No. No.
Let's see, is there any item here? The thing I don't want here is a timer.
Why haven't you been boiled in me molten pool of lava? Elaine must have fiddled with me controls and rerouted the tracks.
Like, this is just adding extra pressure and annoyance.
I mean, again. But cursed as if I can't help but love the little woman. Eat flaming death, Threepwood.
Guybrush Threepwood, by the way, doesn't look anything like he looked like in the first game when you put the two outfits side by side. Alright. Let's just see if we can walk up there. So, push this.
No.
Are we supposed to use the rum with this? To thaw it, perhaps? No, we've now turned him into Donkey Kong. Which I guess that is an actual Nintendo reference, and I was saying that
It's every sailor's worst nightmare. The giant snowy ape.
I've been saying that the references have been mostly movies and adult references for the adults that would have created this in 1997, not particularly video game references for video game fans of 1997. Not that there really is too much of a difference.
Too late for me to get out.
I messed that up. I don't think that there's anything here. Let's go ahead and get out here. Then grab the lantern. And grab the flask oil.
That's really hot.
Let's see.
Like oil and water.
What can we use to grab the oil?
I can't use the skeleton armor. That doesn't need to be lathered up.
Paper cone.
I don't think so.
I don't think we have the right item.
I'd rather keep these pie bits for a better time.
See, we have a flask of oil, but
Oh no, it's LeChuck.
I, Threepwood. It be me.
and if this is like
Nightmare.
previous point-and-click adventure games, these incidences will happen quicker and quicker, and that there will be less and less that said, so it speeds up this process. But they also need to give me more time, and I don't think that's the emulator here adding to it and making it more of a
No.
a problem.
No.
Alright, grab this fallen rope. Pick up the diorama.
No. LeChuck's back again.
I'll be chasing you around this roller coaster till you be my undead slave, Threepwood.
Yeah, because you can't really have a... Like, you can't really have a game over scenario in this. So, you kind of just have to keep on with it. Alright. I feel like if I had a really, really long piece of rope, I could get from that lantern all the way up to this part. Let's see. Fallen rope with the keg of rum to make a fuse.
It's one of those inflammable dynamo monk electric ropes. It'd make a lousy fuse.
It's inflammable.
I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope. I can't use the rope. I can't use the rope with that.
So we need a fuse. But we don't
oil and
know
water.
what the fuse should be.
That doesn't take wooden nickels.
Okay. It doesn't feel like the.
That car.
It really doesn't feel like there's another option here. You can't walk on the tracks. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. So when he's here, I can't walk up to the gorilla. We've not been told anything like, oh, the way you're gonna solve this puzzle is to do X, Y, and Z. They're all moving back and forth, so in theory, maybe their arms waving back and forth would mean something. Let's think about this. We've found the monkey here. And rope with this guy.
I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with that.
Yeah. It has to be the rope with something.
I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with. I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with that. I can't use the rope with that. Darn, here he comes.
Alright, well, in the desire to wrap up this, since let's just look at the walkthrough and figure out what the solution is. Because we are in the last chapter, it is going to do this. It says, get out of the car at the 300 monkey theme and pick up the fallen rope. We've done that. Ride the next car to the pirate shop, get the keg of rum. We've done that. Catch the car next time and get out of the Guybrush LeChuck Wally theme. Open the lantern and blow out the flames and then pick up the flask of oil. Okay, so that's the thing I'm missing as a concept, is the 3-verb decision wheel, an action wheel in this game that was inspired by Full Throttle. And in all honesty, even Full Throttle, it was an interesting idea and experiment, but it didn't help. It didn't improve gameplay at all. It made it worse. And this definitely has made it a lot worse. So the idea that I would know to blow is kind of ridiculous. And then now if we soak this in oil.
It's soaked in oil and probably highly flammable.
So now we can get back in the car and then get out over here. But we have nothing that starts fire. I guess it doesn't matter because he will start me on fire, won't he? LeChuck will. So now we can put the fuse here. We were 90% of the way there, and it was just this action verb. The use your hand, pick up something, push something, the look at something, and the talk something. Action verb wheel. Not useful at all. I would have much preferred if they had just put items on a small bar down here, and if it was just use, talk to, and look at as the 3 verbs at the bottom. Then they would have always been in your face and reminding you that that's something you can do. Also would have much preferred if a lot of these elements had disappeared, because there definitely are some things here that we either used once and should have gotten rid of, or in the case of the brochure and the pirate literature, we didn't use at all. And we really have to question like what this game was like in the regular form instead of Mega Monkey. We just need to wait here now, and we should win the game. Because Mega Monkey adds not really a lot of puzzles, and the puzzles definitely aren't good. So I have to kind of wonder if the
You don't give up easily, do you?
I'll never give up.
the original version, the version that's not Mega Monkey version, is is way worse. Okay, so that didn't work. We gotta figure out how he's gonna shoot me and light me on fire. I'm just gonna look at the walkthrough. Quickly open your inventory and use the pepper mill on him. Yeah, no way I would have ever figured that out. We would have had to gone through this loop multiple times. And again, if the inventory items were just at the bottom, then we would have seen the pepper mill and maybe gotten some hint there, but there's been no dialogue or no idea whatsoever that the pepper mill should be used on him. So we are prepared. Can we stay prepared? Or does it start over and reset us after this cutscene?
I'll not stop until you joined me and my bride to be as our undead doorman.
So there you go. Just a Looney Tune ending to make him sneeze. And his sneezing shot fires. I guess in an animated cutscene we did see him breathe fire, but that really doesn't make a lot of sense. And poor Elaine has been nothing but a goal throughout this entire game. So yeah, Elaine should totally not marry him. And that pushes the story forward way too much now, because what do you do in the sequel now that they're happily married ever after? Do you show the next generation of pirates? That'd probably be an more interesting tale than telling yet another Guybrush Threepwood story.
Run, mortal, but do not forget your arch nemesis Murray. Mark my words, I shall return to haunt you. Do you hear me? I shall return.
So, yeah.
This is so unfair.
Terrible. Just terrible writing. Without Ron Gilbert, it feels nothing like Monkey Island. And it's no wonder that he now wants to buy Monkey Island from Disney, that now owns LucasArts, and just reboot it from the second game. Honestly, they probably should just reboot it from the beginning. And even if you were going to do a reboot of the Monkey Island series, you probably would tell basically the story of Monkey Island 1 and completely ignore all the content added from Monkey Island 2, 3, 4, the Telltale Monkey Island games. None of them have added anything to the table of any significant interest. They really haven't added new characters or interesting plot lines or interesting puzzles. There we can see Tim Schafer, who is now the person in charge of Double Fine, although Double Fine is now owned by Microsoft, and he's a pretty bad boss in my opinion, because he just doesn't get a lot of projects done on time or a lot of projects funded for Double Fine. And a lot of the LucasArts people went and worked for Double Fine. They made a couple of interesting games, like Psychonauts, for instance, and several others that I can't remember the names of, 3 or 4 of them, but they really didn't turn out to be a breakout success. Probably just because of budgeting reasons and overly ambitious design. Here they're talking about variable bitrate adaptive pulse code, which at the time might have been groundbreaking, but that's just basic video encoding by modern standards. But yeah, the acts in this game are amazingly inconsistent in length. The puzzles in this game are incredibly bad. I don't even feel like the Monkey Island series has really ever been a great series for puzzles. It's always been a little too moon logic-y. It's always been a little too weird and silly. It's always had at least one puzzle where you have to pixel hunt. I remember there was like a red herring fish that you had to get in the first game that I had a real hard time even seeing, just because of the pixel graphics and how small, how it just didn't stand out against the background. But at the very least, the story and the dialogue and the characterization in Monkey Island 1 was good. People would not have liked Monkey Island as a series enough to fund 3, 4, 5 sequels in the series if there wasn't something that somebody liked. But yeah, time has not treated the Monkey Island series well. After the second one, it took them 6 years, I believe. It was 1991 to 97, I think, is what I was saying. And what I saw, it's been so long since we started this series. And really, they shouldn't have spent that time making the third game in the series. They should have been doing something different. Honestly, it might have been very interesting had they decided to do a pirate genre point-and-click adventure, and then like a sci-fi genre point-and-click adventure, and then go in circles like that and just kind of never come back to anything that they've ever done before and just always move forward. And they kind of did that, but they also came back to Monkey Island.
Who built this place is buried here, and they say that to this day his frozen body remains in the tunnels somewhere beneath the amusement park.
Yeah, I don't know why that line of dialogue means anything. If you're going to tease a sequel, just tease a sequel. And the game just decided to exit out directly. So before we wrap up here, apologies for that, I'm going to relaunch it, and I want to just see if I can get my Steam library to decide to show things. Can I do this? There we go. We can do it that way. Let's just see what the game would be like without Mega Monkey enabled. And I'm gonna make sure we're recording. So, yeah, this game really doesn't even deserve this much attention, but I'm going to see if we can perhaps skip cutscenes with maybe a spacebar, or let's see, is there possibly something, options, resume. I feel like exit won't. Escape will. Good. Okay. So we'll just hit escape.
I've got to get out of here and help Elaine.
So this was a super short
If I could only get
puzzle.
through this one door, well, then I could easily overpower the armed guards above, slip over the side, and make for the shore.
Quit your mumbling, captive.
So
Blast ye scurvy
what
dogs.
did we need to
This'll make
do
you
to solve
rue
this
that-
puzzle
It's all
before?
tangled up in all that debris. I can't pick it up.
Let's see.
Avast, you swabs! Prepare
Do we
for your
just
doom.
untie the rope?
I could never untie that big knot.
You drink bilge water, and your mother's dress, you funny.
We take the ramrod, is what we did before,
Take that.
and we start with 2 balloons.
I can't quite squeeze past this cannon.
Move out of the way. I can't fire that cannon with you standing there.
Let's see. Ramrod with
I
the
can't reach it.
support hole.
The cannon's already loaded.
What did we do otherwise? We had to talk to this
Let's see
guy.
if you can take this.
Let's see if the dialogue speeds up
Stay
any.
away.
Aren't you a little short for a pirate?
Seems
Hold
like
your
it's the same
tongue,
dialogue.
Captain, or I'll be holding it for you.
So the Mega Monkey mode may really just add 3 or 4 extra puzzles.
Are you wearing a fake beard?
Blood knows the pirate would not have a fake beard.
Yes, it is. It's been glued to your ear hair.
Actually, it's a highly sophisticated beard weave, made from the chest and back hair of real
Seems
pirates.
like we've just jumped into
I'm
a
hoping
conversation
it's
without even
I'll
having
wash it
to
for a while.
choose.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not a pirate. Wally! Don't you recognize me?
Yeah, it
It's
feels like
Guybrush Threepwood.
Mega Monkey mode you
Oh,
had to
gee. Hello, Mr.
do
Wood.
several more dialogue
The
choices.
last time I saw you, we were prisoners in LeChuck's dungeon. Why would you sign on with a ship of the living dead?
Well, Mr. Brush, at first I had some misgivings about it. But thanks to LeChuck's seminars, motivational lectures, and audio books on
I
pirate, I've
really
become
don't know
a vicious
how you
corsair.
could
You
I
can
could
too.
recommend people
Ask me
playing
how.
this game though. Like, I guess in general,
I'm not in the mood for sales hype.
Here,
I guess in general you
at
could
least take this literature. You may
you
change
could
your
play
mind.
it on easy mode with a walkthrough and try and rush through it.
You're a failure
And
as a pirate.
that's about
Shut your trap, you yellow-bellied
all you could
blowfish.
do.
One more peep out of you, and I'll do you in.
Peep.
Yes, Guybrush swab. One
Like
more
it
word
doesn't
and I'll
it doesn't
let you
really
have it.
feel like you're
Word.
doing anything
That's
different.
it. I'm
Maybe
gonna
there was a
blast ya. I'm gonna
puzzle there where you had to
I'm-
choose
gonna
the exact right thing to say
I
to make
can't
him
do
start
it.
crying.
I just can't. You're right, Mr. Wood. I'm just not a pirate. I'm not ferocious or bloodthirsty or hateful or anything. I'm not even.
Can we hit escape and
I'm
then
not even.
there you go. So now we have a plastic hook, which I guess we use this on this. And then we have a cannon we can use the cannon on. And we still control that.
Oi! You're getting a little close now. Watch where you're shooting!
That was me. Sorry.
Whose side are you on?
Sorry about that.
It's still incredibly sensitive
You're gonna get
by a
me
modern
again!
mouse controller. Like,
Oh, you fool!
My fault.
there you go. So yeah,
Hey,
that's
I'm
the
getting pretty
same.
good at this.
And then
Ooh, gross. All the bones and stuff are floating towards the ship.
it seems like maybe they're giving you some slight hints there, and Murray shows up.
They messed with the wrong skull this time. Hey, that's my arm. Give that back.
And then knock this guy in the water. I don't even think there's really a reason to do that. Yeah, this really just feels like the exact same puzzle for Act 1. Doesn't feel like
Cold steel, people.
anything changed. maybe a couple of dialogue choices, and that's about it.
Now, with the demon
Let's go ahead and
flames of
hit
this
escape,
Hey, I lost my cutlass when the ship capsized.
and then somewhere in this pixel hunt is a diamond. Is it in the bag?
It's a bag of wooden nickels. Some treasure. Hey,
And
there's a
then the
big
ring.
diamond ring behind this bag.
And let's see, what else did we need to get out of here? Home appliances. Take the flotation
No
device.
self-respecting pirate would be seen wearing that.
Just open the porthole.
That's not the kind that opens.
I don't remember how we got out of here.
I can't use a balloon with that. I can't use a balloon with that.
Wreath.
I don't know, that seems kind of creepy. It got broken when the ship capsized. I see more than enough of him already. Yeah, that stuff is disgusting. Even for the bear's too big to carry around, and the sword's a fake plastic one. Now my hi-fi is broken, and it's impossible. I'd have no place to plug him in.
Champagne bottle?
No, champagne makes me all giggly.
I do not remember what the solution to this puzzle was. Was it we breathe in
Maybe
the
later.
oxygen?
Maybe later.
See, all we got was the wooden nickels and the ring.
That doesn't take wooden nickels. It's LeChuck and all his glory. I don't even want to know what LeChuck's plans were for that.
You can't just use the ladder.
Because the ship is capsized, this ladder goes to nowhere.
You can't just climb through the hole.
I can't climb my way up there. Nah. I'd have no place to plug him in.
Oh, come on, come on. We solved this once, but I guess we're going in a loop now. Like, we're just in a full circle. Let's see. Portrait, music box, flotation device. Items we have. Skeleton arm. And
I can't
balloon.
use the skeleton arm with that.
I can't
They're
just
fun,
use the
but
balloons.
I need to use them with something else.
Oh, I remember. We used the ring to cut the porthole. So let's go ahead and hit escape and skip that. And so we're at part 2, which was by far the longest part of the game. And
Oh no! Elaine?
let's see.
I'm not gonna be happy about this.
It doesn't look like too much is going to be different. So, yeah, there's still the fort. There's still this area, this area, this area, this area, that area. It really does not seem like anything different is going to really happen. Maybe you don't have to go through so many hoops to get the lemonade, or maybe you don't have to jump through so many hoops to do some other things, but that's pretty much it. Like, this door may have been
It's locked.
interesting. So this section of the game might not be something that you do, or Maybe you have to pull the voodoo pin out first. So I may have just solved a puzzle before I even needed to. Alright, well, we're 20 minutes over. There really is nothing more to say about this game. There's no big reveal, no big criticism. It's the same criticism I've been saying from the beginning. Without Ron Gilbert doing the writing, without the characterization there, it's not a good Monkey Island story. It's not a good pirate story. It's not a good point-and-click adventure. Every single element scores very badly in my mind, and I don't even know what you really do to fix this other than just scrap the entire concept and start again. Scrap the idea that this is just going to be another Monkey Island game where Guybrush Threepwood is fighting LeChuck at the end of the game. Scrap the idea that Governor Marley, Elaine, is just going to be a romantic interest who plays no real part in the story. At least the Telltale Games wrote her as much more of a character, and that definitely should have been the case in this game also. They should have scrapped the idea of going from place to place and solving the similar puzzles for similar reasons, and there should have been some fresh ideas here, and this is completely devoid of fresh ideas. It's just a tired old rehash of the point-and-click adventure series 6 years after Monkey Island 2, which would have also been near the beginning of the end, if not the end of point-and-click adventures being one of the major popular categories of games out there that were available for PC. In 1997, you almost certainly would have started to see first-person shooters and horror games and so many other styles of games gain in popularity, while point-and-click adventure games fell in popularity because they were limited and too complicated and too expensive, kind of because you have to pay good writers, whereas if you just have a cheap Halo style story where it's just aliens and you're shooting aliens, Halo 1 type story, you don't really have to write too much of a story there. You don't have to pay good authors, and that saves you some money, which you then probably spend a lot in development of 3D first-person shooting technology, but that can be reused. But yeah, this is totally a pass. I totally agree with Ron Gilbert. I have no special love for Ron Gilbert or anything like that. I just think comparing what he did with Monkey Island 1 and 2 to this, 1 and 2 will be remembered in my mind as games worth replaying and remastering, and they did get remasters, where this game is best off forgotten. That's going to be it for this series. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.